Have you been feeling a bit bored at work recently? Are you wondering why things seem so dull and monotonous sometimes and wondering if you need a change? Have you been doing the same thing for a long time, even though you switch companies, you tend to do the same topic over and over again? Or are you doing well, but worry sometimes that you've settled a little bit in life and are feeling too comfortable and safe? Do you feel a bit of regret sometimes that you had another passion like music or writing or acting which you never picked as your career and you don't know what things could have been like if you had chosen differently? Well, one instinct might tell you to quit and follow your passion, and another to be grateful for what you have today. Which is the right answer? In my view, the right answer might just be neither of those. Let me suggest an attractive alternative possibility. What if you could have it all? Hey guys, my name is Akshay Goenka, and the team on this channel has found fulfillment in their lives by carefully building and nurturing multiple careers at the same time and by challenging themselves every day. Between working at some of the most prestigious companies in the world, starting exciting new businesses, building and scaling a YouTube channel, this channel aims at sharing ideas to help you live your best professional and personal lives. So do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon down below so you don't miss out on more. Right, so back to that too good to be true proposition I left you with. What if you could have it all? This is actually not such a revelation, and if we look back at history, people typically did. Take the ancient Greeks, for example. It was not uncommon for them to start their lives as students and then go on to become soldiers in the army and then come back to become politicians and then go on to be writers or historians or philosophers many times at the same time. While we don't realize it, it's also prevalent today. And if you think about some of the famous and successful people that you know, you'll realize this. Take Barack Obama, for example. You think of him as a politician and of course the eminent ex-president of the United States. But if you dig deeper and study his life, you'll realize that he was a researcher and a writer and a lawyer and a politician and a social worker, and many of them at the same time. Many business leaders are not only CXOs but are also known public speakers, members of eminent societies or public bodies, authors and entrepreneurs. Many Hollywood actors are also stand-up comedians, writers, investors, and have their own fashion or retail businesses. How are these individuals able to participate in so many careers in parallel? And why do they do it? Each requires a completely different mindset, a different training, different learnings, and many might need you to start at the bottom again despite being on the top of another profession. But that doesn't seem to deter anyone. If they can do it, then why can't we? The answer is we can. But we don't tend to do it because in our circles it may not be as common. Without realizing it, we tend to behave in a similar way to our peer group. And especially for many younger tenured professionals that are watching this channel, it's common to think about your job as the one thing that you do and use all of your other time for personal and social activities. It's common to believe that we all pick a career based on what we studied or learned. We call ourselves doctor or engineer or software developer or marketer or solicitor, and our mission is to dedicate all of our time to working in that field in the pursuit of excellence. And for some people who are incredibly passionate about their primary area of work, it's the right strategy and the best investment of their time. But if you're feeling like there's something missing in your life, and your professional life is satisfactory but not really inspiring, it could be because you are doing only one thing. When to feel truly inspired and fulfilled, you need to do multiple things and have multiple careers. If this feels strange, ask yourself, do you eat the same dish every day and feel like you want more of it? Do you watch the same kind of movie or TV show all your life? Do you meet the same friend every weekend for many years? Well, if you're thinking, obviously not, that would be so boring, then ask yourself, how can you do just one thing at a time in your life and be truly fulfilled and inspired? Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, I guess having multiple careers can be quite exciting. But isn't it hard to do, and won't it take up so much more of my time? Well, According to author, composer, Navy officer, investment banker, and Grammy winner Kabir Sehgal, who penned the excellent HBR article on this topic, which I highly recommend you read, having multiple careers not only helps you feel more fulfilled, but counterintuitively, it leaves you with more time on your hands. It also helps you follow your passions without having a money problem. As you can imagine, having a financially rewarding and stable job, say being a software developer or a lawyer, can fund your other careers that are less financially lucrative in the short term but are very rewarding in the long term, say music or acting or writing. I'd also add that investing in multiple careers helps us build a well-rounded skill set, and each career helps the other. For example, if you're a software developer, building people skills, say by joining and leading some kind of society, building creative skills by writing or drawing or creating content online, building management skills by investing in a business course or building and launching a mobile app on the side with a group of people, can only help you become an effective leader at your primary job as a software developer in the technology company in the future, which simply continuing to improve your code writing skills would never have taught you. Okay. So it's clear that having multiple careers could be quite attractive for a lot of people. So what's holding us back? Well, I think it might be three things: our mindset, our will to work hard, and our fears. First, we have to change our mindsets. We have to stop thinking of our current jobs as the centerpiece of our sense of identity and start thinking of it as one part of it. Stop thinking, I'm a doctor, and start thinking, I'm a unique individual with multiple interests and passions. I love to help people, and practicing medicine and being a doctor is one of the ways in which I'm able to do that. But I'm also a music enthusiast, and I'd love to write and release my own songs. I'm also passionate about the cause of climate change, and I want to join this research society that tries to find simple suggestions to everyday habits that can conserve energy for our planet. My music career will require funding, especially in the beginning, and my society work won't pay at all. But that's okay, because one of my careers in medicine will help fund all of the others. These are areas of passion for me, so I don't feel like I'm losing my personal time. If anything, I feel more fulfilled and excited about every day, and I'm learning to prioritize my time better whilst practicing medicine. Oh, and by the way, I'm able to prioritize my time so much better because of what I learned from Akshay's video on prioritizing my time using the 80-20 rule, which is linked down below. Now that we've skimmed past that shameless plug, let's move on to the second point, which is that we need to put in the hard work and have the patience to see the results. In the beginning, it will need us to find time to invest in our alternate careers. It might mean spending an hour every night or dedicating half a day on the weekend. It might not see immediate results, and you might wonder why you're doing this at all. Especially if it's a new area where you don't have expertise, it might feel like a massive uphill climb and make you feel really strange about starting at the bottom on a new career when you felt like you were at the top of your earlier one. For example, if you are a qualified software developer who wants to explore a career in, say, content creation, but has no experience, it's likely that you're going to feel inadequate in the beginning. You will take time and patience to learn how to go through the creative process, deleting pieces of scripts, waiting agonizing days or months for the right ideas to come, writing in a stream of consciousness, feeling camera shy, and facing the rejection of some sections of your viewers or readers who are bound to dislike your stuff. But once you invest and gain experience, and move past the imposter syndrome feeling, you would have created a second area of joy in your life. Or you've at least tried something to know that it wasn't for you. Either way, it's a win-win. So especially in the beginning, fight that urge to procrastinate, to just watch a movie or go out for a drink with your friends. Put your head down and make the investment required to secure a fulfilling and inspirational future for yourself. Third, you need not give in to your fears. What fear, you say? It's not that I'm afraid, I just don't have time today, or I have too much going on, or I'm too tired and I need some rest. Well, it's possible that some days you're feeling all of those things. But is it also possible that these are all ways for us to not confront what lies beneath the surface? Our fear of failure, the prospect of starting at the bottom again despite having achieved so much in another career area. The long uphill climb that we see ahead of us every time we think of this topic. When I first started to explore other paths, I felt all the same things, but never acknowledged them, kept putting it off with different explanations every time. But accepting the fact that anything new is going to feel scary and that's okay helped me move forward. Try not to let short-term productivity and short-term satisfaction like watching TV, chatting on the phone, cleaning up the house, all of which will take up your time. Don't let those things stop you from investing in your long-term satisfaction and long-lasting happiness. Does that make sense? What's been holding you back? Leave us a comment down below to tell us and keep the discussion going. Right. So now that we've figured out what's holding us back, how do we move forward? Well, the simple answer is by taking the first step. Start by researching what you want to do and how others have done it. Let's take an example. If you want your second career to be a travel content creator, then make a list of your favorite 15 or 20 influencers and write out the questions that you need to answer to be more like them. How much time and money does each video take? How do they monetize? What partnerships do they have? How do they even get started? All of these questions will help inform you about how to move forward. Next, reach out to a few travel influencers who will talk to you and ask them these questions to actually build your view and complete your research. Then use this information to make your own plan of action. And by the way, as part of your plan, don't just decide what to do, but decide how to do it. Budget a certain amount of time per week, put a to-do or a block in your own calendar or a reminder not to procrastinate and actually do it. Make it a priority and don't let anything come in the way. Apart from budgeting time, you'll need to budget money. If you want to be a travel influencer, you'll actually need to travel and buy equipment like microphones and cameras and things. Budget some part of your income from your primary career and budget an amount to invest every month into your secondary career. Finally, just do it. There's no better way to start than to get started. Make the first step, shoot the first video, edit and post it. Most of the things holding us back tend to go away once you take that first step and commit to something personally and also publicly. After the first one, the second one is going to feel much easier, regardless of what career path you've chosen. Congratulations! You've taken the first step towards a more fulfilling and enriching life and career. How was your experience? Leave us a comment down below on what your alternate career is and how you use this video to actually make it happen and what else you'd love to talk about on this channel. Now that we've learned the value of investing in multiple careers, watch my video on using the incredible 80-20 rule to free up 3 to 4 hours on your calendar every day. And you can use that to invest time to build your second career of choice. I also think you'll benefit from watching my video on learning how to say no while still getting people to like you. A super important skill to be able to actually prioritize what you care about and invest in the things that matter. Thanks again for watching and see you on the other videos.